A very late Jude Bellingham goal to salvage a point. Here's Podence. Chiquinho back to Podence. Nice. Oh, brilliant from Olympiacos. Chiquinho with the goal, but the passing was slick, accurate. And Lunin rendered a miss. Players involved in that 50-50 back on their feet again. This is Mbappe. 1-1. Doesn't miss those. Kylian Mbappe. Zalakis, the goalkeeper, left exposed. Here's Goulet. Free header, 2-1. And it's Mbappe again. Well, Olympiacos. Oh yes, well-timed run. Flag stays down. Could be the hat-trick. Is the hat-trick for Kylian Mbappe. I'm shown they can make chances against Real Madrid this evening, Olympiacos. Here's Martins, in by Heza, and there's the chance, and there's the goal. Fine header. The game he's had, and he's away from Retsos. Trying to set up Mbappe, and he's done it. 4 goals for Kylian Mbappe. And what a duo these have been tonight. Useful ball in, and it's another back for Olympiacos. Ayoub El Kaabi, 4-3. Well.
Looking for goal number 21 on the season, and Mbappe does it so calmly, so smooth, so real. This is Valentin Rossier down the right-hand side. He's laid it across. There's an opportunity for Diego Garcia. Is he onside? At times has been Leganés' best player this season, and he can do this, leading the charge. Oscar trying to clip it back. It stays with him. There's Dani Raba, and that's a goal for Leganés to give them the lead. And Garcia queuing up here, Real Madrid, but can they find an angle on goal? It is Bellingham whose shot is denied, and then off the line, Tapia saves it, but he can't keep it out a second time. Jude Bellingham, 90 seconds into the second half, and we are back and level.
Yes, we see here. Still touch and maybe outside the box, the wall.
There is the little touch, and there's the goal from Mbappe to put Madrid ahead. Around the wall, and Real Madrid do what Real Madrid do. His second of the night, his
Berlin, and now Unionen! Just listen to this. Right on half-time, Berlin attacking Roussillon. Now it's with Rodrigo. Rodrigo, neatly done. And the cross to Joselu. Joselu's header. And they are level on the hour in Berlin. And the striker Bordenstedt. Now Real Madrid can look to charge away with Luka Modric. Modric, it's a gorgeous pass on for Fran Garcia. Fran Garcia, Joselu's there again, and he scored twice. And from behind, Real Madrid lead by 2-1. A Joselu brace in the German capital. In by Trimmel here. Trimmel, Yannick Harborough, Isolé Douni, or rather tight. Alex Kral's shot, wow! Alex Kral, he hasn't scored a club goal for nearly 5 years. For Jude Bellingham. Bellingham, and now taken by Dani Ceballos. Dani Ceballos has found the bottom corner, and they lead again, Real Madrid by 3-2. Well, to play.
Stoppers or coat, not overcoat. Shooting, impressive one as well. One in, it's headed away, but not very far away. Beaten out! Real Madrid lead! It's not taken Karim Benzema long to register in the final. 8 minutes played. It is Real scoring record. He got the first goal the other evening in the last seconds of the first half. Just a bit too long. The chance may still present itself. Cross, he just so nice to dribble again from Shibasaki. What a goal! What a goal! The unbelievable is back here in Yokohama. The referee has ruled here that the tackle of Shutoyama. Celebrating now. Isco seems able to turn at will and to retain the who's going to be the match winner. Ronaldo! He's the winner! This evening, this man never knows when to stop looking for a goal. Is that the sign that it's going to be in the aftermath of J League's? Danger is still there. Cristiano Ronaldo has a hat-trick. He's striking tournament. It was Fabrizio again concerned.
الناس يلعب عن طريق جريتش يحط كوره هي خطيره ويحل السبكه واحد بلاش 1-0 انهى سيامو في الدقيقه 18 في الماتش الخامس في ملعب كورتوا في استاد مانشستر. من يقدر يقبل واللي يضيع.
They took the low road. Mbappe's free and scores. Time stood still for a moment. The spell well and truly broken, and Erling Haaland restores Manchester City's.
They served him well in the first half, and I think the biggest credit you can give them is the reaction.
Vinicius Junior. And in. Brahim Diaz returns to his old haunt and scores a Vinicius Junior has stolen it. The race is on. And Bellingham coming in. Scored!
So Acuna. Oh, and there it is! Sevilla take the lead, and the Sanchez Pizjuan erupts. It's a piece of cheek that gives Sevilla the lead. Courtois. Koundé finding Acuna, who heads it in first time. Tecatito's first touch is a good one. The ball's loose, and it's 2-0. There it is. Fabulous finish, but Real Madrid's defence all over the place. Eric Lamela makes it 2-0. Well, the look on Ancelotti's face, cutting back a little back healer to Carvajal, and there's an absolutely superb goal. Madrid back into it, and once again it's Rodrigo with the goal. He's been on the pitch less than 5 minutes. Going at again by Rakitic. Oliver Torres goes down. Dani Carvajal comes out on top, cuts it back for Nacho. It's 2-2. It's the substitute with his first touch since coming off the bench, and once again this season Nacho with an astonishingly important goal. Corner comes on, the ball gets Benzema hasn't said his final word yet. It's Vinicius, maybe he hasn't either. Lovely ball out to Rodrigo. Rodrigo gets the ball and cuts it back to Karim Benzema. Real Madrid make it 3-2, and that could be the goal that decides La Liga Santander. It had to be Benzema.
You know, we've seen these two combining all season.
All given away by Hakimi. Here's Benzema. It's a gift. A gift for Karim Benzema. Into giving the ball away. Sergio Ramos on the move. It's his header. And it's a landmark goal for Sergio Ramos. That makes it a century of goals. Brozovic. Lautaro Martinez. Well, they're back in it. Almost in an instant.
And what a good finish it was.
Sergio Ramos steps in. Eased on again by Vidal. Perisic. From 2-0 down to 2-2. Ivan Perisic given the nod by Vinicius Junior. Pass is played in behind Benzema. Rodrigo! Fabulous finish. And Real get their noses in front again.
Hooked along, out comes Kepa, got absolutely nowhere near it. It's off the bar and forced home from the rebound by Leo Estigar, and Napoli lead, and it has to go down there to Kepa Arrizabalaga on loan from Chelsea, the Real Madrid goalkeeper.
Nowhere near the in-swinging corner when it's headed up and comes back off the crossbar.
He glances towards his bench, you'll find Carlo Ancelotti not just glancing back at him, but glaring back at him. But here's Bellingham from the defensive error, and he sets up here Vinicius Junior. 1-1.
What a mistake at one end from Real Madrid, punished, a mistake at Napoli's end, a really poor square pass intercepted by Bellingham.
Now Camavinga, Bellingham can cruise into space, and still goes, and still goes. Oh, that is absolutely magnificent. That is Jude Bellingham at his very, very best. And the Napoli players could simply look and watch on, while the rest of us looked on and admired.
Just look at how these real...
Right-footed, in off the post, 2-2.
You cannot stop a penalty struck in that manner, coming off the inside of the upright. I thought Harsty Shishi...
Looping corner, men in the air by Leo Estigar, and hit by Valverde. It's an absolute bullet. It's a goal befitting of any great occasion, and this has been a fantastic We saw one magnificent.
In it comes from Rafinha, beyond, and it's gone in! And Christensen scored the goal. Well, the man who hasn't scored since last April, the man who very rarely scores, the man picked to play in midfield this season by Xavi Hernandez, has scored the opening goal of the game, and it's Real Madrid 0, Football Club Barcelona 1. In the Champions League. In La Liga, he scores! Ter Stegen dived the right way, but he could get nowhere near it. Vinicius hitting that with such pace, such power, such precision. And it's Real Madrid 1. Lamine Yamal. Clever and saved by Lunin, but turned in by Fermin. And Barcelona are back in front. 68 minutes in. And it's Fermin, the substitute, who's got the goal. Vinicius. Cross comes in, and coming into the far post, it's Lucas Vázquez. And what a few days Lucas Vázquez has had. Hardly used in the first half of the season, but when it matters, he delivers. He scored his penalty in midweek, and he's just drawn Real Madrid level. It's Real Madrid. Into Joselu, the slightest of touch, it's Bellingham into the roof of the net, and that is it. It's all over. It's all over here, and it may well be, well, it definitely is, isn't it? All over for the season.